In this video, I'm going to show you how you can capture amazing looking footage on concerts using nothing but your smartphone. No add-on lenses, no third-party accessories, nothing at all. As a reference, I will be using the iPhone 15 Pro, but throughout the video, you're also going to see sample shots from the iPhone 14 Pro, 13 Pro, and even 11 Pro. So without any further ado, let's grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. And what's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, welcome. I'm super excited to have you. My name is Julian. I'm the creator of Smartphone Filmmaking Pro. I'm a professional filmmaker, creator, and entrepreneur, and we show you how you can capture better looking images, and we're also showing you how you can monetize your skills to not only capture amazing footage, but you also turn your skills into a profitable side hustle, or even turn that into your main gig. In case that's interesting for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also check out the first link down below. We're really close to launching the Smartphone Filmmaking Pro Academy, but click the first link down below. There you'll find more information. So whenever I'm attending a concert, there's always like a million different people inside of the audience that are always just taking out their smartphone and taking, videos where they're holding their phone like completely off axis, and there are so many mistakes done all the time. And whenever I'm there, my filmmaking heart starts crying. So I just thought, like, why not just make a quick video and share with you a bunch of tips on how you can actually capture some amazing looking images and videos. And in this video, we'll address some of the, most common mistakes. And I will also share with you, like, what are the go-to things that you should actually be doing. So the first thing that I always notice, and the first thing that you should absolutely not do in case you want to get some usable footage, and that is don't zoom with your smartphone. With the iPhone 15 Pro, for example, you have three different lenses. You have an ultra wide angle lens, you have a 1x lens, a standard lens, and then in my case, I have a 3x telephoto lens. And if you had the 15 Pro Max, you had a 5x lens. And if you have like a Galaxy S24 Ultra, you would even have a 10x lens. But what I see so often is that people are standing in the crowd, they have their camera app open, and they're just zooming like this, like you're doing in Safari, on a website, in Google Chrome, whatever, or on a picture that you have already taken. And I know this is like the easiest way, and this is like very, very second nature that you're doing that. The only downside is that when you're zooming like this within the camera app, then you're always zooming in digitally, and you're losing tons of quality, and you're not gaining anything because you could also be zooming in afterwards in the photo that you have already taken. And that's then so often when I'm talking with friends and they have been at a concert and they're showing me their videos, their photos, and it's just super grainy. There's absolutely no detail. The lighting is off. It's shaky, like whatever. The reason for that is that 9 out of 10 people, they're zooming in with their fingers, and that does not work. Does that mean that you can only use the 1x lens or just the ultra wide angle lens? No, absolutely not. But if you want to get a closer shot, then just switch over to the telephoto lens and then don't zoom any further. In my case, I've been capturing, yesterday I went to a concert and I have been capturing a lot of footage with the 3x telephoto lens, and those shots were just absolutely amazing. But why have my shots been looking amazing, and why have most other shots not been looking amazing? Another trick or another thing that you should absolutely be doing in case you want to capture some high quality pictures and videos on a concert, and that is that you need to lock the focus and the exposure. When you are at a concert, it's most of the time it's just dark outside, or you're in a concert hall and it's very dark and the stage is very, very bright. And that means there is a very large contrast. The differences between the brightest and the darkest parts, like that's massive. And our smartphone, it tries to please everyone. It tries to, bring up the shadows and turn down the highlights a little bit so that you're seeing everything. And also with the HDR feature, like it does a pretty good job, but the problem is that the stage and the actors and the singers, they're actually too bright. So what you need to do, it's a super simple hack, and it doesn't matter what lens you're using, is just focus on, the stage, for example, long press on the screen, and then just bring down the exposure until you're seeing the stage as it actually is and as it should be. And that will just create a so much more professional looking image instead of, the stage being blown out and, the crowd also being a bit too dark. It's okay if the crowd is too dark, because in the end, what you want is you want to see the stage and you want to see the actors and the singers, and you don't really care about the audience. So make sure that you long press on the screen, lock the focus and the exposure, and then bring down the exposure just a little bit. Just with this one trick alone, you will see some massive, massive improvement in the final outcome of your videos and your photos especially. When it comes to the lenses, what kind of lenses should you be using? I have just been mentioning the 3x lens. Most of the time, if you are in a concert, you won't be in the first stage and you won't be like, you know, super close to the singers. So the 3x lens and the 5x and 10x lens, whatever that you have, definitely is a nice thing to have, and I can also very much recommend that you use them. The best quality photos you will always get with the 1x lens, with the native lens, because there you just have the widest open aperture, so the most light can hit the sensor and you will just get the sharpest images. But it's just different tools for different, you know, kind of outcomes that you're looking for. The ultra wide angle lens on the other side is the lens with the smallest aperture, so the least light can hit the sensor, but I would still very much recommend that you use that in case you want to capture, you know, how big the stadium is and how awesome everything looks. It's just very cool, but again, you need to make sure that you get the exposure right and that not a portion of the entire concert is completely blown out and another portion is too dark, so you just need to find a fine line here. One thing that I have been doing recently that has been working tremendously well, and that is I have been shooting photos with a 3x lens, and I have also switched over to the portrait mode. And the photos that I got, you know, using that setup, they were just absolutely amazing. And you know, with the iPhone 15 Pro, it probably depends a little bit on what smartphone that you're using. If you have an older phone, it probably won't work as well. But with the 15 Pro and with some newer smartphones, like the AI in the background and how they're rendering the images, just it is so freaking damn good. And the fact that you can also change the focus afterwards after you captured the image, like it's just so cool, and it's doing such an amazing job, and it's creating such a realistic image in the end. Like that is absolutely amazing, and I would definitely recommend that you check this out. One thing, however, that I would not recommend is use the portrait video mode or cinematic mode on iPhones to capture videos using the cinematic mode. We've been talking about it before. The lighting situations at concerts is very, very tricky for photographers, for content creators in general. So I would not try to use portrait mode or portrait video mode, excuse me, in concert situations. The reason being, with, you know, constantly, you know, the light changing, being brighter and darker, the phone is just confused and it just won't work well. Even with the newest iPhone, the 15 Pro, it's not working very well. So what I would recommend instead, if you're trying to capture some videos, is just hop over to a regular video mode, you know, use the different lenses, try out the different lenses, use the natural shallow depth of field that you can create with a telephoto lens. And if you want to get, again, the best quality possible, just stick with the 1x lens. One last thing that I want to give you on the go is whenever you're at a concert and you're capturing photos, videos with your smartphone, in my opinion, it's just about capturing memories and having those memories for you. It's not about capturing the entire concert in, you know, 4K and Dolby Vision and whatever. It's just about capturing a memory. What I can recommend is just capture a few photos, maybe capture a video here and there, but capture them just for the memory and not that you're, you know, going to listen back to the entire concert afterwards. There's so many people on concerts that are just filming all of the time and they're not even looking at what they're filming. They're like this. And I just don't understand that, because when you have a crappy video, the audio is way too loud. It won't be exposed well. You won't see anything. The video will be shaky. So like nobody's gonna watch that afterwards. So what I can recommend is just, you know, whenever you have the time, whenever maybe there's a song that you don't like as much, just take out your phone, capture a bunch of really nice photos, and then put your phone away and just enjoy the moment, seize the day, and don't focus so much on, you know, posting directly on Instagram and always being online and all that kind of stuff. But that's basically it. Just a few tips from my side on how you can capture some amazing looking images and videos on concert. Like I said at the beginning, in case you want to step up your game and monetize your content creation skills or bring the content creation itself to the next level, definitely make sure to check out the first link down below. And in case you want to learn the 7 steps on how you can make your first $500 as a creator, then check out this video over there.